So today's episode we're working on floor squeaks, and we'll get the camera spun around here shortly and show you what we've got. Here you see we've got the ceiling opened up. There's this behemoth of a steel beam, flush beam, and floor trusses attached on either side of it and hangers. And what we discovered is that there are locations to fasten the hangers near the bottom, and we'll get up there and look at that right now. Right near the bottom of the truss, these hangers have been pre-punched, pre-formed to accept the fastener. I'll switch over to the other side here. You can see where they nailed that when it was originally installed, but some of these didn't have any nails or screws, and what we did was to find the ones that didn't and screwed them. And while we had it open, and by the way, this is a good practice, I was able to get some adhesive in around the hangers. Obviously it would be way better if it were put in ahead of time and then drop your truss in. It forms a gasket and helps to keep everything secure and tight, and minimizes the potential for squeaks. And we got more of the same over here. And pause. So along both sides of these hangers, on both sides of the beam, we made sure that there were fasteners near the bottom, and then we put adhesive around the hangers as best as we could. Wiggle it in there. Again, it's not as effective if it had been done before the trusses went in, but I expect no further squeak issues on this assembly. Finally, it's worth noting that in this particular case, the squeak was in the middle of a hallway, a small room upstairs. But if there's no weight sitting on those trusses to compress them down in those hangers, they're just basically floating. Some amount of gravity is helping you, but in general, when you don't have anything loading it, as it were, this is a potential for squeak. Hence, getting the glue in there, making sure everything's fastened as well as possible, and just take a little bit extra time and you'll save yourself a lot of aggravation later. That's it from the squeak department.